Hey everyone, Scott here to discuss Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, starring Dwayne Johnson, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, Karen Gillan, Nick Jonas, Bobby Cannavale, Darius Blaine, Madison Eisman, Morgan Turner, and Alex Wolff, and directed by Jake Kasdan. Now I have seen this before in theaters, and what do I think of it then? Well, it's about to be the same as what I'm about to think now. Let's get into it. We pick up in 1996 where a young man named Alex finds a board game as it's turned itself into a video game since we saw him playing video games, which was a good opening. Years later, Spencer Gilman, played by Alex Wolff, plays video games of his own as he tutors Fridge, played by Darius Blaine. Bethany, played by Madison Eisman, takes selfies of herself and thinks she's too pretty to do stuff. Spencer and Fridge go to a freak house, and Bethany thinks Spencer is a weirdo, and I'm having fun with these characters. Martha, played by Morgan Turner, as she with Bethany, Spencer and Fridge get detention together at the same day, same times, and same room. And I like how they run across a video game called Jumanji. While they discover the game, Fridge picks a character avatar named Franklin Mouse Finbar, a zoology expert played by Kevin Hart. Spencer picks up Dr. Smolder Bravestone, played by Dwayne Johnson. Bethany picks Professor Shelley Oberon, played by Jack Black, and Martha plays a killer of men, Ruby Roundhouse, played by Karen Gillan. And they get transferred onto the game as their avatars, and I thought the facial expressions on each of them is hilarious, and I got a kick out of these characters throughout the movie. Shelley or Bethany get eaten by a hippopotamus, and CGI looked pretty bad in my opinion. They get rescued by Nigel Billingsley, and he tells everyone that there's a curse in Jumanji by Professor Russell Van Pelt, who used to be Dr. Bravestone's partner but now enemy, played by Bobby Cannavale, who's got a jewel that he'll never let go of, and they get it back to Jaguist's eye, which is like a jaguar. And this plot is a hell of a lot of fun, and my eyes can't get off of Karen Gillan, as she's the best thing about this movie as a badass. They get in a village, and Fridge, aka Mouse, explodes after eating cake, because that's his weakness, and they have 2 lives left after they die the one round. You lose your life like a video game, and they follow a kid, and Mouse takes the teeth out of a black mamba and get the missing piece and get into a second fight with Van Pelt's men, and Van Pelt, as they're surrounded by them, and get saved by Alex, played by, at this point, by Nick Jonas, saves their lives. And I like the way he plays this character. I think he does good work in this movie. While hanging out with Alex, there was a mention of Alan Parrish, and I like that callback of that original film. They find a shortcut door while Bethany or Shelley tells Martha or Ruby how to be a flirty girl and beats up 2 guys while the others sneak by them. And the way Karen Gillan plays that scene was hilarious. Beating up the guards did crack me up. Alex finds a helicopter and runs into a pack of rhinos as they're almost to the ground, and Dr. Bravestone, aka Spencer, saves the lives of Mouse or Fridge, dropped the jewel, and Spencer drops Fridge into the pack of rhinos and loses a life. And Spencer grabs him, and after the situations, they grab the jewel. Alex gets bitten by a mosquito and almost dies, but Bethany saves his life. And I was having a lot of fun at this point with this movie. Spencer tells Martha he's been in love with her since 7th grade. And Martha says the same about Spencer, and Fridge interrupts and says, "We found the Jaguist." And they go there and go through the climb, aka the final level. And Spencer loses a life by climbing up a tree and getting eaten by a squirrel. That's evil. And I'm laughing out loud, it's so funny. They distract the danger by letting Spencer go to the statue of where the jewel goes to. And the special effects are very good in this movie, except for that one scene with the hippo. And they fight Dr. Van Pelt and get the jewel to the right spot of the statue and say out loud, Jumanji! And they finish the game, and Nigel sends them back home, and they become very good friends. And Spencer asks Martha out on a date and run into Alex, played by Colin Hanks, and smash the game, and it's all over, but it's... How is there a second movie? Well, I'm about to find out next time. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 8.3 out of 10. This movie is a lot of fun and exciting, and I haven't had this much fun in a movie in a while. The special effects are pretty good, as the plot is interesting. This movie cracks me up half of the time. I hope a Ruby Roundhouse solo movie becomes its own thing, because she's the best character throughout the entire movie. So I will be back next time with Jumanji: The Next Level. And until next time, Jumanji.